have the green and this is a 2.5. This is a 2.5 inch with the polka dots, and then we have the stripes. This is kind of a sheer. Maybe won't use it. Not sure. I have this really cute shamrock ribbon that came from Hobby Lobby, and then maybe not use some of this little burlap when we're making a bow. We will see. This ribbon came from Michael's at Christmas time, and this one came from Sam's, and these two came from DecoExchange, and I'm really proud that I could remember all of that. Okay, so we're going to get started, and I'm going to put my mesh, move things out of the way, and put my mesh on the roller. Future videos, I will already have the mesh and the ribbon cut, and but today, again, we're trying to see how long does it take. Oh, I need a zip tie. Okay, I got a couple of zip ties here. I'm going to start off when we're going to do this in the poof method, and then we're going to do ruffles on top of the poof. Straighten these out just a little bit. I like to start on the bottom, and I don't know why, I just do. My handy dandy mesh roller, can you see it here? No, you cannot. Let's see that. See if I can turn you where you can see. See my handy dandy mesh roller? My son-in-law made that for me. So excited. He also made my work table. This was a wonderful Christmas present. I was all excited. Okay. So we just gather the mesh together, gather it up. Oh, now you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, and we're going to hook it just on the side of this. I'm going to attach it with my zip tie just on the inside of this. I lost my word. I will. I'll leave that for now. Cut that off. Okay, I'm not going to use this first one. I'm just going to go through it, but I'm not going to tie it down. And we're going to do about 10-inch poofs. And you just pull it up like that. I think I'm going the wrong way. And come over to this one. That's right. Or do that. You'd think I never did this before. 1, 2, twist ties. Took me a minute. Okay. Another. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Hey, and in case y'all didn't catch that, this is my first video. So, yes, I'm a video virgin. And I'm sure that I'm doing a lot of things wrong. One of the things I'm having a hard time with is this new ring light. Because with my glasses that are supposedly no glare glasses, they have a whole lot of glare. So I guess that's something that I'll be working on. The other thing too is that I'm going to try to stay engaged with you guys, but I do have to look down. I'm sorry, I can't just wing it. Okay, and then we're going to come back over here to this one that we started at, and we're going to tie down here. And then before I go to the next level, I'm going to go ahead and poof this out some. I don't poof very good, but we'll see. Hopefully today it'll look really cool. So what do you guys do? Do you make wreaths? Are you trying to learn how to make wreaths? What got you going in the first place? If you do make wreaths, how those first couple of ones are kind of little. I started making deco mesh wreaths about 6 years ago. I had seen a couple of pictures on Pinterest, and I thought, wow, those are so cool. I can do that, you know. And I wanted to make them for my grandson's kindergarten teacher. In fact, he had 2 teachers, and I thought, oh, that would be so cool. And wouldn't this be really cute to put it outside on the fence? And so I attached flip-flops, and I bejeweled the flip-flops, and a couple of silk flowers on it and everything. But I used the 21-inch mesh and did the roll, and which I guess is curls. Oh my gosh, those things were humongous. I thought, man, it's got to be another way. And then I started noticing them at Michael's, and hers looked like big gigantic scrunchies. That was just the cutest thing ever. Now I know that's called the bubble method, and that was before I'd ever even seen. Okay, time out. Okay, so we're gonna go pull this tight here, just like we did the first time, and come up here and attach it again on the top row. Anyway, I had also seen a method on Pinterest that the lady used Dollar Tree mesh, and so I thought, oh cool, okay, let's try that. And she cut like say 20-inch lengths. It's the 6-inch mesh, and she cut like 20-inch lengths, folded it over, tied it in the middle, and then tied it in the middle with a pipe cleaner, and then attached it to the second and third rings of the wreath, form. Really cute. I made a cute Halloween one that way, but man, that was a lot of work. So anyway, I saw at Michael's this lady that was doing the I asked her if she would show me, which I thought was really presumptuous of me, but it was very nice of her. She took it down off the wall and she showed me how she did the bubble method. I thought, oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing ever. So I made a couple of them that year, but I will admit to you that I didn't. I like the bubble method, but two things. One, I think the mesh looks so stinking cute. I don't want to do anything else with it, and this is driving me nuts. I don't want to add anything to it. I just think the gigantic scrunchie is amazing. I think with a really cute bow and maybe a sign that's more than enough. But of course, when you're first learning it, you're like, oh no, I got to add ribbon and I got to add embellishments and I got to do this. And anyway, so I thought, okay, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. And then I started Googling. I'd see some names on Pinterest every now and then I'd Google, and the names that kept coming up the most was Trendy Tree. Let me tell you, Trendy Tree, and they were my lifesaver. They have some of the best videos out there, and they were so kind. And plus they post so many pictures of all their community, all their wreath and friends. They post all their pictures, and those are beautiful. What great place to get some wonderful inspiration from. And I have learned a lot about wreathing from Jean, and I'm so happy for them and the way that their business is going. Oh, it's just booming, isn't it? And man, one of these days I'm going to take a road trip and go to that shop. So anyway, I've been learning and making, and I think I do a pretty good job. I do a decent job. I do a lot of wreaths for fundraisers. Guess that's where I really started doing it the most, was for my oldest grandson when he was in high school on the baseball team. And every year they have a silent auction with for the first pitch dinner to introduce the team. And so I would make a couple of wreaths to auction them off. And love doing it. I love it. That was 7 years ago. This year, I made 2 wreaths to be auctioned off at Oklahoma State University, where my granddaughter is a freshman, and she is a Diamond Doll, which is a group of young ladies that support the baseball team, the OSU Cowpokes, Cowboys, and Cowpokes. Anyway, they support the team, they sell programs, they help out at the games and all of that. Anyway, so I made a couple for them this year to auction off at their first pitch auction. And I have one. I still have one left. Let's see if I can show you. If I can figure this out, how to do this camera. Can you see? That's about as far as I can go. I kept one. What are we doing here? I kept one so that hopefully when I get my shop up and going, that OSU Cowboys fan will see it and just have to have it. I've made several for TCU, not for the school, but for private individuals. Made several Baylor ones. My very, very favorite school one is that I made for Miss Reba, and that's UT Austin, and I love making beautiful wreaths for Miss Reba. She's a friend that lives in assisted living, and she gets to decorate her door up, and it just, I love it. Okay, so you see how this is kind of poofy, but see, it's also kind of thin. So now we're going to cut 20-inch pieces of this mesh and do a ruffle. Okay. I don't know if that's allowed to leave the screen when you're doing a video. I don't know. And in case y'all wondered, I'm crafting in the garage today. That is where my craft room is, and I am slowly but surely getting it like I want it. And I'm very fortunate that my husband is supportive of my craft, and he let me have the garage. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way for now. And set it over there with a bunch of other stuff. Okay, I like to start with a clean edge. So we'll do that. Okay, and so we're going to cut 20 inches. One. So that means that we're going to need 18 of them, because there's 18 twist ties on the work wreath form. A lot of people make their own with the Dollar Tree frames, and you know, we call it the Dollar Tree frame, but they sell the same thing at Michael's and Walmart and Hobby Lobby. So, and I'm sure the online shops do too. But you know, it's kind of the same thing. Why would you pay $4 or $5 for it when you can get it for $1, right? So, however, my Dollar Tree only has the smaller ones. And I should say Dollar Trees, because we do have two of them. The one by me is real small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's real small, and they don't always have a lot of stuff, but every now and then they do. I was really excited. I found those little wooden bunny forms that you've been seeing everybody wraps the yarn around them and everything. But I bought some, but you know what? I'm kind of disappointed because I thought they were bigger. Which just goes to show you that on camera, everything is bigger, including me. And I guess, I don't know, everybody, whenever they hold up their wreaths and stuff, I just think, holy moly, that thing is behemoth. It's humongous, you know, and then I guess it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, a couple more. It'll probably take this whole roll. I had a cheat sheet. Oh, I'm going to have to put some down. I had a cheat sheet that tells me, you know, if you're using this mesh, then you want to, you can get this many cuts, and I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay. Well. We got shorted. Okay. So, oh. All right, I'm going to try to figure out which way is best. Okay, and another good thought is just when you get to towards the end of the roll, it just rolls up so nice and tight, you know, and if you were doing curls, that's perfect. But I like to use, and I learned this from Miss Lori, that the tighter, use the tighter ones on the outer ring. And I just lay it down flat here like this, put my thumbs against it, and then just start walking up. Everybody else shows their fingers all nice and splayed out and everything, not me. I just have to just pull it up. But then you got this cute little, looks like a bow tie, doesn't it? Okay. And so we're going to go over here. And these ties are kind of long, so I'm not going to open it back up. I'm just going to leave it closed. Attach it. And twist it 2 times. And then kind of fluff it out a little bit. See? Look at there. How cute is that? All right, so we just keep going all the way around. Anyway, what are we talking about? So I just like making wreaths, and I have had a couple of shows, a couple of Christmas shows. One Christmas show I did extremely well, I thought. But craft shows are a lot of work, and you know, you have to, you just really have to be dedicated and be patient. I let people take pictures. I let people ask me questions. My booth is not fancy smancy. I use garden trellis. One, because it's cheap. And I can paint them. And you know, it's amazing because we have ended up using those trellises for all kinds of events. We did them behind a senior table for when my grandson graduated from high school for his graduation party. And what did I do here? That one looks kind of funky. And then we used them for my granddaughter that graduated this past year. And for her graduation party, and hung mylar from them. And anyway, they just have been, they've worked out for a lot of things, you know, not just putting your wreaths on. Okay, get these tighter ones. But it's amazing how I've had so many people, at least every show has asked me if I would sell it. I'm like, no. Go to Lowe's, Home Depot. Get your own. But they are rough. The other thing too, they fit in the back of my car. I have 2 vehicles. I have a Ford Edge and a Honda Pilot. And the Ford Edge is not quite as long as the Honda Pilot, but they fit in the edge if I lay down the passenger seat in the front. In the Pilot, I don't have to do that. They fit in the Pilot. And that is very cool. My mama usually goes with me to the craft shows. And she's a loom knitter. And she, sometimes she has a booth. And sometimes she doesn't. But she always is there to help me out. And so now that we have the Pilot, I don't have to make 2 trips. Hang on one second, please. Okay. I just realized that my ring light shifted. So you're getting a nice view of my need to be done. Hair. Looks like I have a halo, doesn't it? Yep. Well, anybody that knows me knows that that's probably not the case. So today out here in the garage, it's very nice. It's pretty nice. It's a little bit chilly. You know, this is Texas, and some days it's really cold out here. Last week, I had the door open and the fan on. You know, you just never know. So my garage is not insulated, and I think I might have, my son-in-law is supposed to be coming over one of these days, and I also got a light, an overhead light, and he's going to hang it for me. And, you know, if I might decide that I need an air conditioner out here in a couple of months. Who knows? Benno is amazing. He can do anything. My husband and I, we are very blessed. We have 4 beautiful children between us. I have 2 daughters. He has a daughter and a son. And Tim stays with us right now, and he is going back to school and trying to get ahead in his life. Our daughters are wonderful career mamas, and we have 7 grandchildren from our 3 daughters, and they are amazing, and they range in age from 21 to 8. Is that right? Yeah, to 8. Holy moly, Miss Shelby is going to be 9 years old this year. Oh my goodness. We have 3 grandbabies in Pennsylvania, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and then the other 4, my 2 daughters, live here. Burleson, Texas. I live in Crowley. Not that far away. 1.5 miles from one daughter, 3.5 miles from my mama, and I think 10 miles from my other daughter. No biggie. But she's kind of an empty nester right now because her 2 babies are in college. And for some reason, they thought they needed to go to Oklahoma. I don't know. Nicholas, my oldest one, the one that made me a grandma, started all this gray hair business. He is 21, and he goes to Cameron University, which is in Lawton, Fort Sill. Coldest place, windiest place in the whole wide world. And anyway, he is a redshirt sophomore, which means he's in his 3rd year of college, but it's just his 2nd year of playing. And we're very excited for him. And then, like I said, then Miss Alyssa, she's in Oklahoma, up in Stillwater at OSU. And she is a Delta. And she is just having a blast. She is loving college life. Both my daughters are school teachers. Our daughter in Pennsylvania is an administrator at a nursing home facility. Stacy works really hard. She works a lot of hours. And our son-in-laws, oh man, we hit the jackpot with them. We have the best son-in-laws ever. Plus, they're all 3 extremely good looking. Benito is the oldest one, and he is a supervisor for a construction company. The man can do anything. He looks at it, studies it, anything. I am so proud of Benno. So proud of Benno. They have an old farmhouse that they're renovating, and he's doing pretty much all of the work, most of the work by himself. And In addition to making my table, he made my daughter a dining room table. He's made a bar. He just makes all kinds of stuff. When the kids were at home, he built them a big fire pit. So, of course, all the school wants to come out there, hang out for the fire pit. And anyway, in Pennsylvania, Mark is a electronics service tech, and he goes to homes and helps people take care of their electronics. And in this day and age, the way that electronics keep changing, you have to stay on top of that all the time. And then Taylor is a school teacher. Taylor teaches 5th grade, and he's a wonderful dad. All 3 of my son-in-laws are wonderful dads. They've been great examples for raising their children. They love my daughters, and they are good men. And I am of the firm belief that that is the highest compliment that a man can get, is to be called a good man. Okay, I've been talking all this time, and I have not said to you guys to, if you like what you're seeing, then go subscribe. I think there's a little bell there. You're supposed to click that bell if you want to get notified anytime that I do a live feed, which I have not done yet, and or upload new content, which I am going to do. That's my goal today. My goal today is to make 3 videos, which means I got to make 3 wreaths. But that's okay. I'm kind of behind. Just starting out on YouTube. Try this out and hopefully get a shop set up so that I can sell some pretty things online, right? Make some money. Okay, yep, we got shorted here. That roll was not 10 feet, or else I didn't measure right. So we might have to use that spot. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Hang on a second. Get this one in here. Okay, I'm cutting off a couple of strings, and it's going to happen. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. I hear people ask all the time, do you spray it? First of all, I wouldn't have a clue what to spray it with. And second of all, as far as I'm concerned, all of the best makers say no, not to spray it. So I don't spray it. I'm not going to spray it. I don't know what to use to spray it. Okay, so we have this one left right here. This one spot. Look at that. Oh my gosh, see? It looks humongous, doesn't it? But it's really not. Right this moment, it measures from that widest point to right at 24 inches. Holy cow. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, because I have this one extra, I'm going to take this piece that was left on the roll and I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Now, it won't look the same, but we'll put the bow there. And then that, or the sign. And then that way, it'll still be uniform. I don't know why they put those staples in there. Some of them do, some of them don't. Sometimes they just tape them down. See, and then they curled it over like that. And, well. All right. Let's see, what can we do here? Well, I'm curious. I want to see. All right, so This is about 16 inches. All right, so they shorted us 4 inches width. And that happens. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing a roll of mesh, and right in the middle, it was just cut in half. It was just cut in two. That was the craziest thing. I've had that happen with ribbon, or seen ribbon. Well, where is it? Oh, get up here. Or seen where ribbon was fused together, or you know, like that. But nope, it was just. Oh, well, looky there. Looky there. You can't even tell that one is smaller. By the time we put ribbon and everything on there, I might not even remember which one it is. If I look really close. Nope, I lost it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we got our base done. There's what it looks like on the back side. I like to push them forward some, you know, so you keep it around to the front. Plus, it makes it sit on the table a little easier. This wreath form has some really sharp points. We'll have to be real careful with that. Okay, so now we're going to go to our ribbon. And since I didn't know about that one. All right, let's start with this one. Okay, I like to do 12. 12 is what I do. Sometimes I've done 14. I think 12 was okay. I think 12 would be fine. All right, so I'm going to cut these. And again, and I don't have any perfect tails yet. I'll get them before too long. So I measure out, and we're going to need 18 of each ribbon, right? I'll show you something else you can do too. And I've done this in the past, and you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so there's 12 right there. You can fold it in half. Which, if you have the perfect tails, it's kind of the same thing. I think the first time I saw Lori, before she got perfect tails, she had a piece of cardboard that she had wrapped duct tape around. Yeah, I've done that. Sometimes I use a ruler, you know, because guess what? 12 inches, right? But you can wrap this like this. Okay, that's going to come off a little. So, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. And cut across there. And cut across there. Whoops. So 9, and I already cut 2, so there's 11 off of that roll. So where do you guys like to buy your supplies? I like to go anywhere that sells supplies. That's pretty much it. I love to go to Hobby Lobby. I love to go to Michael's. I love to go to Joann's. I like to go to At Home. You just never know. I love it when Sam's has ribbon. Love it. What did I say, 11? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. One more makes 18. I had played with this ribbon the other day, trying to make a bow. My bow skills are lacking, but we're going to try it. Sometimes I can make pretty bows, and sometimes I can't. My daughter Melanie thinks I make pretty bows. Okay, so there's 18 of that one. Isn't that cute? And you guys, I also dovetail all of mine. Again, we're getting into try to see how long this is going to take us, right? So, holy mackerel, I might have to take a break. That's why it always takes me longer, because I always take a break, right? Yeah. You see, I folded in half, and they say to cut from the fold to the corner. Supposedly that makes it perfect. I don't know. Sometimes I am really gullible. I'm like, oh, they said it. Let's do it, right? Yeah. One time I went on a tour in New York. Rode around for hours on the top of the double-decker tour bus. I took so many pictures because that tour guide kept saying, Sophia Loren lives here, and Paul Newman lives here, and, that's where Jacqueline Kennedy used to live, and all that. And I believed every bit of it. I took all those pictures and didn't write it down, so when I'm looking back at them, I don't have a clue who lived where. Okay, anyway, another place that I love to go is called Decorators Warehouse. It's in Arlington, and it's also the largest Christmas store in Texas, maybe anywhere. And I love Christmas. When you walk in the door, oh my gosh, there's stuff hanging from the ceiling. Oh, it is floor to ceiling decorations. And they have little vignettes all over the place. First of all, their most popular thing is Christmas trees and lights. Okay, oh my gosh, any light you want, they got it. And every one of the Christmas trees that are in there have probably no less than 2,000 lights on each one. And anyway, all the little vignettes have half trees, and they're all decorated up. And then in that section has all the supplies if you want that look. And they're sorted by color, by theme. It's incredible. It's incredible. I've bought a lot of ribbon there, and they do come in larger rolls. And this store is only open from, let's see, they're probably getting ready to close. I think that it's the first part of April, mid-April, they shut down, and they are closed until mid-July, something like that, okay, that kind of time frame. And during that time, they take down everything in the store and totally redo it. And then open back up with all new stuff. So you can start buying and decorating for Christmas in July, and it is flat out amazing. I mean, it's amazing. I love to go there. I love it. It makes me feel good, makes me happy, even if I don't buy anything, which I don't think I've ever gone in there and didn't buy anything. They have a huge clearance section, which, clearance is my middle name. And I should say my nickname. That's my nickname, not my middle name. My middle name is May. If you But the only people that call me Linda May are my mama, and that's usually if I'm in trouble. Or you know, when you were growing up, you didn't want anybody to call you by your middle name. My sweet aunt used to call me Linda May. My Aunt Mary Louise, who we lost her last year. But she'd stop by every now and then, visits. When we're least expecting it, she just shows up. Like the other day, we were driving through San Antonio, Texas, and there was a Mary Louise Street. Okay. Anyway, it is the coolest store ever. They just have so much stuff in there. It's absolutely amazing. I love to go there. I've bought ribbon not just for wreathing, but my oldest daughter and I also make homecoming mums. Well, we've made them for my grandson's dates. And if you're not from Texas or maybe Louisiana, I don't know. I don't know who else does mums, but it's just like this gigantic corsage on steroids. And they are the most fun thing ever. And they're so cool and pretty. And we don't make the super gigantic ones, but we make some pretty big ones. So anyway, sometimes I can find some special ribbon there that'll work, and trinkets, all kinds of trinkets and stuff. Man, anything you want, they got it. You know, if you want to do a snowman theme, you got every kind of snowman. You want to do Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus. You want to do candy, baked goods. You want to do rustic. Of course, you know, last year was the whole thing was with the red truck. Everybody was all about the red truck, and man, they just had so much. And anyway, isn't this pretty? I love this. Got this at DecoExchange, and this is a big, humongous 50-yard roll. And if you can get a 50-yard roll of any kind of ribbon, you want to do it because you get more for your buck. It's going to last longer, and you're going to just love it. And then you're going to use it all the time, and then you're going to run out, and you're going to have to buy more. So, okay, we're going to go 12 again. We'll just do it this way. Maybe I can get through here faster. So, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 18. I also saw Katie from Crazy Maisie Creations do her ribbon like that. And I think that when you guys order wreath kits from those ladies, I think that's how it comes, huh? Right? Oh, 18. Okay. Okay. But one of these days we'll order some of their perfect tails, right? Okay. Alrighty. And like I said, when I was looking around, every time how do you do this? How do you do that? Another thing I wanted to know was how to make a bow. And I'm going to butcher her name, and I'm so sorry, Julie. I'm so sorry. Julie Saltamacchio or something like that, but she's with Southern Charms, and she just has fabulous site. Her site is fabulous, and she is so good at sharing her knowledge. And I got a video from her for how to make 9 different bows, and I wear it out. I still use it. Oh, those did not turn out very good. Okay, let's do that again. We'll do that one again. So sometimes you can cut more than one. Sometimes that's still, holy moly, what am I doing? I know, it's probably just me. Most people think that, I hear people say all the time, oh, nobody's going to look at it that close. My luck, they would. They would be like, oh, there's the one, you know. Did you see her cuts? That's what they would say. Julie has some beautiful things. I've learned a lot from her as far as grapevine wreaths go, especially, although her Deco mesh wreaths are amazing. I mean, they're big and poofy, and, you know, I'm just telling you right now, if she lived in Texas, she'd be queen of the mums, I'm telling you. Who else? Who else do I like on here? Like I said, I like to watch Katie and Lori. Of course, I love Lori, and Lori is my YouTube mentor. And I'm learning from her, and she probably doesn't want y'all to know that right this moment, since I'm a video virgin. And I'm also not very techy, so I don't have all the stuff up on my page like it's supposed to be, and now I can't find how to go back and get it. So I figured I better do a video so that I can tell her, give her something to work with, right? Yeah. She can go in, review, and give her something to work with. Let's see here. There's a lot of ladies in our group, in our wreath makers YouTube success group, and they all make amazing wreaths. I started watching Laura Jean and Laura Jean's Wreath Room. You know, the only thing is, like most of these people on here, they have pets. I don't have a pet. Nope. No pets. Both my daughters have dogs, and I love their dogs, and they love their grandma. They're my grand fur babies, I guess you could call them, but they're humongous. But they love their grandma. But I don't have pets. I don't have young kids at home. I'm a retired grandma. And I am Grandma. Grandma Linda. My husband is retired. And we've been retired for 2 years now, in our 3rd year. We've done a lot of traveling. Man, have we done a lot of traveling. Which is what it's all about, right? We retired, so that first year of retirement was my grandson's first year in college. And it's about a 3-hour drive to Lawton, Oklahoma. And we would go up there, and that is not a good one. I don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, we go up there, and we stay over and watch him play baseball, and earn some points with the La Quinta. And every now and then we get a free note. your kids or your grandkids, are they into sports? My my two youngest, Wyatt and Shelby. Wyatt, he plays baseball and he plays basketball. Miss Shelby is a dancer. She did play soccer from the time she was little bitty. And like I said, she's 8. She's going to be 9 years old. Oh my gosh. But she's a dancer, and this is her first year of competition dance. If you don't know anything about dance, let me tell you right now, those girls are athletes. They work very hard. My oldest granddaughter took dance for 16 years and started dancing when she was 2.5, I think, maybe 3. My youngest daughter, Shelby's mama, also was a dancer. And but Alyssa, who took for 16 years, she literally could not do hardly any socializing with her friends because she had dance 5 to 6 times a week. And she was a beautiful dancer. I hated to see her give it up for college, but as of right now, she wants to be a she wants to be a sports broadcaster, and she's beautiful. So maybe one of these days you'll be looking and you'll see Alyssa Sanchez on the sideline reporting. Okay, I have to pause for a minute because I thought I had a splinter in my finger. And I thought I was going to bleed, and I didn't want to bleed all over this ribbon, but actually I think I will. I'll go get a Band-Aid. Be right back.